Gravity is a pulling force. It pulls everything towards the Earth. In outer space, astronauts experience very little gravity. They simply float around. Back on Earth, divers fall for a fixed distance from a highboard to the pool. But do all divers fall at the same speed? To start with, does their mass make a difference? These two balls both have a similar shape, but they have a very different mass. The plastic ball has a mass of 5 grams. The metal ball has a mass of nearly 108 grams. What do you think will happen when they're dropped from the same height? Two similar-shaped objects fall at the same rate, regardless of their mass. They both hit the ground at about the same time. Mass doesn't affect the rate at which an object falls. This time the mass is almost the same, but the size is different. What do you think will happen this time? The small ball falls much faster than the large ball. The beach ball experiences greater air resistance. Air resistance is a force that's caused by friction between the moving object and particles in the air. As gravity pulls the object down, air particles push against it. So which will fall to the ground first, a feather or a ball bearing? They're held at the top of a glass tube by an electromagnet. But pump all the air out of the tube to create a vacuum and see what happens. In a vacuum, there are no air particles to push against the objects, so the ball and feather fall at the same rate. Dropping a melon off a tall building gives us plenty of time to look at the effect of gravity in air. After 1 second, the melon has fallen 5 meters. But in the next second, the melon falls a further 15 meters. The speed of the melon is changing. The force of gravity causes it to accelerate at a rate of 10 meters per second per second. Gravity causes all highboard divers to fall at about the same rate, so they each have the same amount of time to perform their dive. To get more time, they need to gain a bit more height by jumping upwards as well as away from the board.